There's something about Tannadice when it comes to securing 55 titles. Welcome back to Fog Football. Dundee United nil, Celtic 5. What is there really for me to say? It's a pretty poor day for myself. Um, any former Rangers perspective, but we knew this was going to happen. You know what I mean? We knew this was going to happen. So, to all the happy clappers out there that seem to think what Rangers have done this season is good enough, there we go. But in terms of this match, right, Dundee United need to win. They need to keep the pressure up on Hibs, who've got an easy enough game later on the day away to Pataudry. All seriousness, that could be a close game. But let's talk about it, right? Celtic have won the title. We knew it was going to happen. That is Rangers and Celtic joint on 55 titles. What is that? 13 at the last 14 titles Celtic have picked up. That's insane. You know what I mean? That is insane. It's shocking from the rest of the league, but obviously especially Rangers. You know what I mean? Like that's the real shocker I know there, and it's embarrassing to say the least. But yeah, there's always next year. Well, starting 0 next year, folks. But speaking of starting on 0, this game started at nil each, 0-0, whatever you want to call it. Dundee United, I thought actually started this game bright. Ball played over the top to Dalby, gets a shot, Sansala, whatever you call him. He makes a decent save, it was offside. Patton then has a shot saved. And then I look up and there's these orange things on the pitch, and I thought they were actual balls or something, like ping pong balls. But it turns out they were actually tangerines, and then Celtic released like a banner that said something to do with like you get rich off our fruits, right? And honestly, this talking point is probably more interesting what it is to me than this actual match. But it's like, yeah, like the prices that Dundee United put them up to were absolutely extortionate for the away fans, and it's not just a Celtic thing. This will happen with Rangers, etc., etc. And there's ways to act. Like you could boycott it, but then why would you boycott a game where you can win the title and you did win the title? End of the day, they could have charged £100, right? Celtic, sorry, would still sold at their away allocation, even though they charged £100 a ticket. It is kind of unfair. There should probably be a ticket, a price cap in place. But on the flip side of it, you've got to look at the other side. How many away fans complain at Parkhead? Oh, the pillar. We pay £40. The pillars there are £34, however much it is. I understand both sides of the argument, but honestly, I think there should be a price cap. I don't think a team should be able to adjust. And there is clubs in the league that literally give Celtic and Rangers like the free stands and things like that. I think it's a good thing personally that we've seen it cut out. But at the same time, I think it's good when the teams cut it out and they're actually able to get way more of their own fans in. But when they don't, it looks shit. It does. Seeing you see a game come on, man, like at McDermott Park, and the main stand that's on the telly, the hard cam, whatever, is empty. It's not a good look. But yeah, leave your thoughts down below on that whole ticketing drama, because I was hearing like Derek Ferguson and all speak about it, and he wasn't very happy about it. And it is, it's Dundee United, right, and clubs like them trying to make a quick buck, but the reality, what they're actually pricing loads of people out of football. You know what I mean? It's an insane price. But anyway, moving on. Had to answer the door. Ordered myself a USB charging cable. What was it? Hold on, what is it? The name of it was right there. Oh, it's a USB-C to Lightning. Because you don't seem to get Lightning anymore. And I've got my AirPods, so they've kind of been out the game for a while ever since I lost my Lightning charger. But anyway, speaking out the game, I think people want to get in the game in this match. Right, like I say, the Tangerines are on the pitch. After that, Celtic get a corner, Scale flicks it on. It ends up being an own goal. I think it was Ryan Strain. Jota goes off injured. Not good for him. Didn't look particularly great. He might miss the cup final. I think Ian Crocker and Chris Sutton were saying, but we don't know shit. Like, that's just an estimation. Because obviously, Celtic do have another big game coming up, even if they've won the league today, cup final. And Jota would obviously be crucial. He is one of Celtic's best players. So Adam Adair comes on, desperate for a goal. Find out if he gets one. Then Maida plays it to Kuhn, 2-0, right? Will Ferry then has another shot. He drags it wide, doesn't really amount to hee-haw. And then what do we get? I'll tell you what we get, guys. 3-0. Just before the break. Again, Nicholas Kuhn gets it into the back of the net. Bang, bang. Good night, half time. It's game, set, match. Then Aaron Medea gets 2 goals. I'll be honest, I didn't see these 2 goals. I was walking the dog, brother. Honestly, when it goes 3-0, what is there to say? And then they went, I think they went 5-0 in like the 58th minute. I did see like the last 20 odd minutes of the game. Nothing happened. It just felt soulless. It felt empty. It did. And you know what? People are bashing Celtic, saying it's easy for them, and you know what? It's a bit of both. Celtic make it look easy, right? But at the same time, let's not sit here and pretend, right, that this season hasn't been easy. I mean, Celtic have still got to perform and win the stuff, right? You know what I mean? They've still got to step up in cups, semi-finals and finals and get over the line and win. But, honestly, you actually look at this season, it just sums up the state of Scottish football, where Celtic in 2025, they've turned up recently with a couple of pumpings, but I think most Celtic fans would admit Celtic have been below par in 2025. A lot of lost games and a lot of dropped points with draws, and Rangers are actually further behind them than what they were at the start of the year, despite beating them twice. It's insane. Then you look further down Hibs and Aberdeen. Hibs are on an absolute insane run, still nowhere near, and absolutely bogging Rangers. And Aberdeen sit 5th, despite being touted as an outside chance for the title back in October. It's crazy, but here, what you've got to do, if you're Celtic, you've just got to keep on winning. And is there anything that's going to stop them, folks? I'm not too convinced. So that's where we'll leave it. Celtic win title 55. We know next year, predictions from everybody, it's going to be the race for 56. Who's going to get it? Honestly, people say about, will Rangers step up when it gets to 9 and stop 10? Does the race to 56 no matter? You know what I mean? Of course it fucking does. It's Scottish Premier, it's league titles, folks. League titles are massive. It's absolutely embarrassing that Rangers have actually found themselves in this predicament, that they are about to be overtaken. It is, but here, that's for next season. This is this season. Celtic can celebrate the day. Dundee United. It's unfortunate for them, but honestly, I'm not using it as an excuse, because I do genuinely understand the protest, but it's almost like as soon as those tangerines come on the pitch, Dundee United's fucking arse fold. I don't know, maybe those tangerines give Celtic superpowers the day, but anyway, folks, that's it. Dundee United 0, Celtic 5. It's a fucking weekend ruiner for some. It's a weekend to remember for others, and that's pretty much where we're going to leave it. 5 games at 3. It's currently, as I record, 13 minutes to 3. I need to get a better one, and I might do a watch along of the Rangers game, but it's no on telly. Rangers TV, anyone?